How's it going, Knights fans? We are here in the weight room for another moment with Masucci. We're here with the head coach of the FDU women's soccer team, Marco Masucci. Coach, considering we're in the weight room, the most important question that we have for today is how much can you bench press?
Probably the weight of a live boar.
A boar? I don't know what to say, but let's move on. How important is the work in the weight room to the development of your young team so far?
We don't do too much in-season lifting. The work that Kyle's been doing with the team has been mostly flexibility, agility, just to sort of, get the soreness out in between games. I think he's doing a fantastic job. Most of the job in this room is done in the spring season, where he, a lot of lower body work, some upper body work, a lot of core strengthening, injury prevention work, so very important.
And then the games that we want to report on, the past two games you've had, you had a win at NJIT and then a home loss to Binghamton. Let's start with the NJIT game. What are some of the positives that you take away from that game?
There were a lot of positives in that game. Primarily, we got out to a good start. We played some good soccer. We scored a goal. We did a good job with the lead. They found a tying goal off a second ball and a set piece. And 2 minutes later, we bounced back, took the lead right back, and then scored a third before halftime, and we never looked back from there. So that was great. Just psychologically, staying focused, not put a drop in their head, even though we gave up a goal. The fact that we've been organized when being, behind or in front, that's, it's a great sign for a young team.
And then in that Binghamton game, it was a 1-0 loss, but you finished the non-conference schedule 3-3-3. So to finish 500, what does that mean for your team?
Going into the weekend, we spoke, speaking last week, we were talking about let's try and at least split the weekend.
Right.
After winning the game against NJIT, very positive environment. I thought the team going into Sunday's game was well prepared. I thought we played a pretty good game against Binghamton, who's a very strong opposition. You never really want to lose a game. Having the opportunity to win 2 out of 2, that's what we obviously wanted to try and strive for.
Right.
But 1-0 loss. I think we did a great job that game of adapting to what the other team was doing, giving us problems. I'm very proud of the way they reacted to that. Again, having such a young team, knowing that they can make adjustments that quickly is great. And overall, 3-3-3, it's, we can't be greedy. I mean, it's for having so many freshmen in the program, I think it's a great result. I think it's a great non-conference, string of results.
Okay, and then I know we've been talking a lot about the young players, but you have some good leadership in your fifth-year player, Julie Woolridge.
Mm-hmm.
She scored a goal against NJIT. So can you talk about what it means to have her veteran presence in the lineup?
It means a lot for the freshmen. She leads by example. She never holds back at any practice. Every game she gives it her all. She scored a huge goal against the NJIT on a free kick, which started off the scoring,
right,
which is what we needed. We're still working with her. Even being a fifth-year player, there's still a few things that she needs to fix, and we've been working on it a lot this week. Hopefully this weekend she'll play a bigger role offensively. But the fact that, she decided to redshirt, she decided to play an extra year with us because she believed so much in the project that we're putting together means so much.
Well, we had a chance to catch up with Julie about how her season's been going so far.
I'm Juanita Caldwell from FDUKnights.com, and we're here with Julie Woolridge from our FDU women's soccer team. So Julie, being that you're a veteran on the team, how's your leadership experience changed?
Well, it's changed because the circumstances of the team have changed. We have a lot of new players. We have 14 new freshmen. So being one of 6 upperclassmen, it's very important to show good leadership skills. In the past, I've always considered myself a leader, but I've definitely, led more by example and more off the field. But now I kind of have to do, I'm more dependent to communicate on the field as well. I need to help the girls through certain times of the game that they're not experienced enough to understand themselves, like game management. If there's 5 minutes left in the game and we're up 1-0, I need to communicate for them how to deal because maybe they haven't been in that situation, especially in college soccer. And I find that's the biggest difference in leadership from the past that I'm doing much more this year.
Okay, so you scored a goal last weekend against NJIT. Tell us about that.
Well, that was great. We went into that game. It was our last weekend of non-conference play. We knew it was a team we could get a win against, and I guess the stakes were pretty high for the game because NJIT had, really built up the game, I guess, and we had known about it. So we were really pumped going into the game, and I started off the game well. I was feeling good. We had a free kick. I mean, it probably was only 5 or 6 minutes into the game. It was outside. Usually I take the cross there, but I was feeling good about it, so I took the shot and it went in, and I was really happy.
Okay. Being that it's your 5th year and seeing the success that you guys have already had, what does that mean to you?
It means literally everything to me. I know that sounds so cheesy, but I'm so glad I came back for another year of soccer. I mean, this is like my life. I could have done absolutely anything for a year, but I really wanted to play, so I decided to come back for a year and play. And the fact that we're successful, and the fact that, you know, the team is great, I just see so much, you know, future in each and every single one of the players. I'm just so glad I came back, and it means absolutely everything to me that we're successful, and I can only see the success exceeding.
Okay, well, thank you, Julie, for talking to us, and back to you, Gavin.
We had talked about the success of the team non-conference, but this weekend you'll start NEC play when the games start to really pick up and really count. What are you hoping to see from your team, and what are your expectations for the weekend?
2 tough games this weekend. Quinnipiac had a great non-conference record, 4-2-1 right now. They don't give up many goals. We're going to try and take advantage of the fact that they haven't been scoring many goals either. We're going to try and keep them at 0. If we do that, I think we have a great chance of winning the game. Sacred Heart's always a tough game. A lot of intensity. They play very hard, very physical type of game. Playing them at home, first home game of the conference schedule. I just want them to continue doing what they've been doing. I mean, the players have reacted great week after week. I see great progression every single game. Now it's time to, you know, pick it up and bring it to the next level. If we can do that, I think we'll be very successful. Like I said, I mean, we're opening up with a difficult weekend, so, you know, we got to get going right from the start.
Now that you're in conference play, are there adjustments that you see, maybe shortening your lineup, you know, playing less players, or what are adjustments that you have to make now that you're in conference play?
In terms of the lineup, you know, we stick with the philosophy that we've always had from day one, which is, you know, no matter what profile player it is, no matter what the playing time has been in the past, whoever works the hardest and whoever performs the best at practice during the week is going to get the start. So we continue to go with that mentality at all times. I think that's what drives the players to give their best during the week of training. If we need to shorten the bench during a game, we shorten the bench. We typically don't make substitutions unless there's a reason to make a substitution. If somebody's not having a good game, somebody's tired, we make a change. If things are going well, you know, we keep the lineup in place up until a change is necessary. So I think overall, the players that have been getting minutes will continue to get minutes. The players that haven't been getting the minutes that they should be getting, you know, hopefully now is the time that they realize, you know, it's crunch time, they need to pick it up. I would love nothing more than to be able to rotate 20 players. That would be, you know, a dream come true for any coach.
Well, Coach, we know it's a big weekend for you guys, so best of luck.
Thank you very much.
And Knights fans, thanks for tuning in for another episode of A Moment with Masucci.